Hey, welcome back to the DonBest.com studios. I'm Pat Williams. He's Monte Skates. We're talking NFL football, Sunday night style. Monte, Broncos hosting the Steelers. The Broncos 2-44.5 the total. Monte, I got to ask you, I think this move is less about Peyton Manning and more about the really banged up Steelers defense.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's defense is definitely banged up. They're going to be without Ryan Clark. He's not technically banged up, but he can't play because of the elevation. He had the spleen issue, and he just doesn't play in games in Denver. But a big loss for this team is going to be out there at the linebacker spot without Harrison. He is actually questionable for this one. I think we actually have him listed as doubtful, right now on the Don Best screen. So he's been dealing with that knee injury, and without him, a lot of pressure is going to fall on Woodley to get to the quarterback.
And I know the Steelers like to run the football. Mendenhall out, Redmond a little nicked up. Jonathan Dwyer, the third-year running back out of Georgia Tech. This was his last shot, really, this year. He's been out of shape. He didn't know the playbook, but he came in with the renewed focus and physique this year and earned the starting job. He's got a body to run in the NFL, 5'11", 230.
Yeah, well, I think what gave him the starting job, obviously, is that Mendenhall injury. That was perfect timing for him, for Mendenhall to get hurt. Now, Mendenhall did practice this week, not likely going to play in this game, but he should be back soon for this team. But you bring up the run game, and that's going to be huge for them in this game, Pat, because they're going to need balance on offense. You can't just have Roethlisberger throwing it all over the field. You got to have balance against this Denver defense.
You can take Mike Wallace. Give me Antonio Brown. I like him in the slot. I like him running the middle of the field. He, I think, is the key to this game for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And Mike Wallace, I think, helps Brown because of the fact that Wallace stretches the field. You know, he's pulling the guys downfield, opening it up underneath for Brown. And Brown, I think you might be right, he's going to have a big game here.
And they're saying this will be the most watched regular season game in the history of the NFL.
Wow.
And why not? Peyton Manning's coming back in the Denver Broncos uniform.
Yeah, and we saw what happened last year in a huge game that everybody watched in the playoffs, a big Tim Tebow game, through the pass in overtime, 80 yards. It's going to be very interesting to see what Denver can do. Now Tebow's out, Peyton Manning's in. This is going to be a great game.
Is it just me, or does this feel like a shootout, 27-24, 28-24, something like that?
No, I think I'm with you on that because we're going to see a lot of passing in this game. We just talked about the issues Pittsburgh has with the run game, not really without Mendenhall there, they're not going to be able to run the ball as effectively, I'm thinking. I think Denver's main weakness we've seen in the past few years has been along the defensive front, stopping the run. So Pittsburgh is probably not going to be able to take advantage of that because they're going to be winging it. And you know Peyton Manning likes to wing it, so you could be right, looking at an over possibly.
And kind of an odd twist here, the last time the Steelers were on this field, not the best ending.
No, it did not end well. Tim Tebow with that huge pass. It was a very good game. Denver had a good game plan against Pittsburgh, and they hung in there. And, you know, they got it to overtime, and we saw what Tim Tebow did. I don't think Peyton Manning is going to be in that situation. Obviously a much better passer than Tim Tebow is. We're going to see upwards of around 300 yards passing, I think, from both of these teams.
He's Monte Skates. I'm Pat Williams. As always, good luck on your selections this weekend in the National Football League. Week 1's here, kind of exciting. We'll see you right back here at DonBest.com.